All right, and we back. This one here is about dew claws. Dew claws, dew claws, dew claws. Dew claws are strange, man, because sometimes a dog can actually have multiple dew claws on the same arm or leg or however you want to look at it. You can have them in the front, you can have them in the back, and to be truthful, outside of maybe gripping a bone or something, they're really pretty much non-functional in most of the breeds that we would discuss. Some of the herding breeds have them for different functional purposes, but to be truthful, it's often debated whether you need to remove them or need or you don't. If they're loosely connected, they need to be removed because they can become irritable or whatever. But for the most part, if your dog has, if your dog has the dew claws, if they didn't decide to remove them or whatever, they shouldn't hurt anything at all. The worst thing you worry about is them getting snagged on something and ripping off. And then you have to treat it and possibly get a stitch or two there, and make sure you keep some antibiotics on it so it doesn't do anything bad. But for the most part, I haven't had any problem with dew claws. Like some of my Rottweilers and things like that were going to be out in the field, and they were going to be very, very aggressive in doing different working drills or whatever. They removed them for the risk of getting them snatched off. So like for our dogs, for bulldogs, for I say our dogs, but I have Rottweilers and Dobermans too. But for bulldogs, most of the breeds that we're going to see, for people in this group, outside of possibly your German Shepherds and the Rottweilers, it's a couple people who have those. The dew claws are never really going to be much of an issue. You just have to make sure and you're watching carefully that your dogs don't rip any of them if you are a person who lets your dogs out to do some physical activities. But outside of that, it's not much to worry about. Now, if you see them as puppies and they have multiple dew claws and you notice that they're a little loose or whatever, you might want to have your vet remove that because it's a very, a lot higher probability that something's going to rip and happen with those dew claws. So, like I say, for those who did worry about the dew claws, don't worry about them. They'll be fine most of the time. It's one of those things that it's like if it happens, then fix it. But if you have a litter, I don't think it's worth having them surgically removed and all that carrying on that some people do. But I come to find out in the dog world, we have a specialist at everything, but even the specialists tend to disagree about everything. So, like I say, dew claws, unless you have a problem with them, don't worry about them. You know what I mean? You should be fine with it. And, don't bother yourself with it, It's pretty much that simple. All right, next time. Peace.